coming off the season that we had and a relatively long off season, even though it was short compared to years past. You never know how young men are going to, young people are going to, I guess, perform in a new environment. And we were starting to get good crowds late last year with the anticipation with our fans and our students. It was impressive, and there was a buzz an hour before the game. And our guys have created a heck of an environment here because of the way they play the game, their level of unselfishness, the intensity that they play with. And I'm proud to be associated with them. As long as we don't change who we are from a character standpoint, then we're going to have a great season. What that looks like, who knows? Injuries, health, breaks, all those things come into play. But the way our guys play this game, it's impressive for a bunch of 18 to 22-year-olds. So like I said, I'm proud to be affiliated with this group.
Dusty, you said that there was a buzz an hour before the game. There was a buzz 24 hours before the game with the kids outside. What was that like this morning, just being out there and just seeing what you guys have built here, seeing that kids will sleep out overnight for this?
It was awesome. I played Division II 1 year, and then I went to Indiana, and you see what sports can do for a student body as far as something that brings everyone together. And because of sports on our campus and the direction our university athletic department's going, our guys are definitely contributing to that. But it was awesome to see the guys and ladies camped out, and for this to be a big deal, because our guys deserve for it to be a big deal.
Coach,
You had a message to you allow them obviously to celebrate what they accomplished, but once this year started, it was this year. It was, that banner was raised that early, I think, purposely by you, to get that done with and move on. How would you, I know it's 2 games in, but through practice and through these 2 games, are you happy with the way they put last year back with them and started with them?
Absolutely, and the unintentional, I guess the things that creep in unintentionally probably crept in a little bit. I've told a lot of people we had too good of a spring and too good of a summer. And then this fall, it felt a little bit different. Like we were losing our edge, or we weren't quite as together, compatible that we had been. And I may have been overreacting, but our scrimmages helped us. We had some guys out. We weren't playing good basketball. But the one thing it did, it brought us closer together once again. And when we tipped the ball off in Chicago, it was very, very rewarding to see a group that could have been very, very fat and happy and content to play even harder than they did the year before. So that was the first indication that this team is focused and driven and determined to do some special things. We'll just leave it at that.
Coach, an assist turnover ratio of 25-7. That's a pretty good stat to have. How would you evaluate the ball movement of this team today?
Impressive. Guys were turning down good shots to get great shots time and time again. They trust each other. They believe in each other. They're not looking for the individual shine, and it's become cool to pass the ball in an era where that may not always be the case. And those weren't assists like certain leagues give you, where you throw it in bounds, the guy dribbles up and hits a step back 3 and you get an assist. Those were guys creating for their teammates, and then their teammates making the extra pass to get a great shot.
Coach, 255 days since your last game in the Borough. How surreal is it to reflect on how much your life as well as the program has changed since then?
I'm not a big reflection guy. Just it's awesome to play in that environment. It's more fun for our guys. It's awesome. So, but as far as comparing to years past, all that stuff, I did. BJ Greenlee stopped through the office today, and I was cleaning out an old drive, and we pulled up a game from a couple of years ago just to see what the crowd looked like, and we just kind of laughed about it and said, man, it's going to be nice playing in front of the fans and the atmosphere that they've created.
Is it harder on your vocal cords because you're not used to that type of volume for home games, right?
Well, we spent all off season working on hand signals, and last year we probably had 3 early in the season. Horns is a common one, and there's some common hand signals. And then by the end of the year, when the crowd forced us to start communicating non-verbally from the bench, we started having to add them. So we added them all off season. But that was the message at halftime. We've got to scream our ball screen coverage is louder. We've got to let guys know that there's help behind them, because it's not the same borough. There's a lot of volume, crowd volume out there, and so we've got to start adjusting in practice to talking over the crowd.
Talking about what sort of luxury is Vlad? I know not
You guys,
to have a 7-footer who, there's like 23 NBA teams that would like to have a 7-footer who can do what he can do. He changes shots without blocking them. What sort of luxury is it?
he impacts every single possession on both sides of the ball. He's incredibly unselfish. He's a force. He's physical, and literally, when you break down everything that we do, there's so many plays that he makes and other guys make just with their physicality or not chasing the ball, staying away from the ball, and just playing good basketball. So, he's a heck of a luxury.
Coach, you were, it seemed like you were more committed to up-tempo from the get-go than it seemed that you were in the first game. Was that true? Or?
No, not at all. We've been committed to playing up-tempo since the day we got here, even at times when we weren't built to play up-tempo, because we felt like we needed to be fun to watch, and we wanted the game to be played up and down, and we felt like that was the thing that we were going to have to sell to get the guys we needed to get in here. So we've been committed. I'm a coach that says go, go, go instead of hold up. So the guys rebounded well. When our guards rebound like they did in the second half, that's one thing against Loyola. We gotten away from our guards rebounding down. And even in the first half, there were a couple that we didn't get. And then those guards, Elijah Martin and those guys, Nick Boyd getting those, BJ getting those long rebounds and then pushing, that's when we scored transition.
That opening tip, when did you guys put that in, the tip play?
We ran it last year. We ran it last year a couple times. And tip plays don't work they work a couple times and then they got to go away and then you got to add a new one. But also knowing Vlad's going to get the tips now. He didn't get a great percentage the last couple of years, so he allows us to do some different things.
I want to talk about Lori. Speaking of the opening tip in the alley-oop, it feels like he brings a new dimension, a vertical presence, and some excitement, especially for the home games. Just what is it like injecting him in, and what did those big plays do for the crowd and even for the team's energy?
They were huge. He gives us something that we don't have. Last year we had a 9-man rotation, and probably 7 of the guys were really similar. They could shoot, they could dribble, they were all playmakers. And then you had G and Vlad, who had diverse skill sets at 5. And with Brennan, he gives us something completely separate and different than all those guards. And he can make a shot, and he can drive. And obviously, he's still evolving into more of a perimeter guy after, he's always had to play a certain role in high school and whatnot. But he's talented, he's tough, he fits the mold intangibly what our guys are. Most importantly, he found some ways to really impact the game today.
Coach, 6 players had double-digit points today. 3 more were closing in on that. Can you talk, like you said, about your high-octane offense, and how are we bringing that into Saturday's matchup against Bryan?
Well, we'll continue to try to create advantages and then stay in those advantages and share the ball, and then hopefully we knock down open shots. And the offensive rebounds help you too, because when you do miss an open shot, you get the rebound and you can stay with the momentum and flow.
Dusty, your starting lineup and rotation, is that fluid this early in the year, or how much did you go back and forth on it?
Well, last year, because of injuries, we switched it up and we won 20 straight. And so hopefully we stay with this lineup all the way through.
Coach, Brian Greenlee shot 4 for 4 from 3. What are your thoughts on his performance tonight?
I thought BJ offensively was incredible. He struggled shooting the ball at Loyola, and he had great looks. He probably had better looks than he had tonight. Some nights the ball doesn't go in. It can impact your defense. It can impact the other things you bring to the table. So very proud of BJ. He typically hasn't shot the ball well in any of his seasons. He's progressively got better throughout the year. So it's nice to see him bang in a couple, and that will help his confidence going forward.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Awesome. John Carlos, we don't see Golden and you share the floor much together. Was this a decision to kind of test out a bigger lineup, and what did you like from that lineup?
Yeah, for sure. Coach May told me when I came out, I'm gonna put you back in 2 minutes to see you and Vlad play with each other a little bit, experiment some things, and it was good. I really enjoyed playing with Vlad. I feel like that could be big for us going down the road in the future.
Spoon, today you're automatic from 3, pretty much draining all of your shots. Can you talk about your performance tonight?
I came from my teammates, they was just giving me open shots, it's FAU basketball. And any night, it could be anybody's night, so I'm fine with it being my night. Saturday might not be my night, and I'm fine with that.
Giancarlo, can you just tell us a little bit what it feels like to see what you guys have built with your fellow students, some of them camping out overnight. Like, a record crowd in here tonight, and it was loud from 6 o'clock on, and crazy until the very, very end. What does that mean to you guys?
It's a testament to our commitment. It's a testament to the culture and what we built here in Boca, and just the togetherness of this group and everything that we've poured into this program, and it's showing every day on the court. And as long as we keep a good style and as long as we play exciting, we're going to keep a good crowd every time.
Did you ever think, being a kid from Palm Beach County, that you would see a scene like that tonight? At FAU?
No, sir. No, sir. Coming out of high school, FAU was a football school. Everybody used to tell me, why you going to a football school? But, nah, it's something we built. My freshman year, we had maybe 400, maybe 500 people in here, maybe 500. To see it sold out every game, maybe like 5 or 6 home games in a row, 7 home games in a row. It's a blessing.
It's been 255 days since your last game in the borough. Just how surreal is it to kind of reflect on how much your lives and the program has changed since then?
Lives has obviously changed because of the circumstances of what we did, but the mentality never changed. We're about to work. We serve for each other, and we're going to compete at the end of the day. Win or loss, we're together.
Giancarlo, 54-30. That's how many points. FAU had the advantage over East Michigan in the paint. How would you describe the team's performance in bullying your opponents down low?
Just playing physical, playing with a physical mindset. Going to Vlad. He's one of the best bigs in the nation, probably the best center in the nation. And getting him the ball is essential to this program, and finishing in the paint is essential to the program as well.
Spoon, you that corner. What's your favorite spot on the 3-point arc? You felt like you kept finding the corner, and you kept finding the bottom of the net.
Probably coming down the wing, I see the ocean, like on the rock in the ocean when I come down the middle of the wing. I feel like I never miss coming from the wing.
You came out of the gate so fast in this game. I think you had 10 points before I even blinked. Was it something to do with the atmosphere out there that had you extra pumped?
It was my teammates, but more definitely it was the fans too. They make us play 10 times harder when I hear them screaming and hollering and clapping. I just want to get a stop and go on the other end and make them call timeout because I know they get even louder.
Brandon, you shot 7 for 8 from 3 in your first 2 games, which is very impressive. How much do you work on your 3-point shot?
I work on it a lot, after practice, a lot of shots overnight, in the morning, but at the end of the day, my teammates give me open shots. And it's like on the rock in the ocean, it's open shots from teammates. If you can't make those, you're not supposed to be here.
You guys, there was no such thing as a 50-50 ball today. You guys got everything. You got your intensity at the defensive end was just like off the charts today. How did you? Sometimes some nights it's easier to play that way. Some nights it's more difficult. What was it about tonight that you guys were just on everything?
We like saying this catchphrase, frame by frame. It's like taking a picture and you see everybody in the stands, everybody ready to play. Just taking one possession at a time, trying to get a defense to stop. And I don't worry about offense because we know defense can turn into offense.
You guys put up 100 points. Is that as well as you can play offensively, or you still got some in the tank?
Scoring, I don't think the score reflects the way we play. As long as we play possession by possession, if we score 75, we score 85, 100, it really doesn't matter as long as we play good ball every time on offense and crazy on defense.
You were moving light out there, G. What was the workout like the off season? Did you shed some pounds? I saw a couple Euro steps mixed in there. How you feeling?
Just playing with some confidence, choosing my spots, serving, coming in with the right mindset, not thinking about me, but thinking about my teammates. And when you play for your teammates and your brothers, you just fall into buckets. Like Spoon play for us, so that's why that's why he's shining right now, because he's playing for us. He's not playing for himself. When you play for yourself, you don't shine.
So Carlo, a game like tonight, you score 100 points. A lot of people focus offensively. Can you assess the team's performance defensively tonight?
I feel like we was real gritty defensively tonight. A lot of people don't know these past 2 scrimmages didn't go well for us. It was a big wake-up call for us, and we knew that we had to lock back in defensively. And we brought that mindset to the Loyola game, and then we brought that mindset now to the Eastern Michigan game. And we're going to bring that mindset again on Saturday. Brian.
Giancarlo.
Last question.
Giancarlo, the last time we spoke, you told me that FAU led the nation with off-bench points. You guys had 6 players with double-digit points and 3 more come in very close. Can you talk about the team's offense today?
The offense was good. Starters played well, but that bench mob is crazy. You come off that bench, you got to come off that bench with some pride and some confidence, because we're a real bench mob.
Thank you, guys.